I thought I'd document sending my FOCUSRITE to be repaired, see if it's going to work. You know, they seemed pretty optimistic they could fix it. Basically, I've been having a lot of ringing and like glitching and like crackling going on with constant stuff. And I just bought the Shure SM7B and couldn't get it to work. When I did get it to work, it was just ridiculous crackling. So let's see if this works, repairing it. If not, looks like I'll have to buy a new interface. So I've taken it off to the post office where it'll be there within 3 days. Ironically, they were like, for £8, we can protect it. So if it gets damaged, you get your full value of the product, which I was like, it's being repaired, so probably I'll get nothing. The main problem I was having with it was that it wasn't working with microphones. So I was using another microphone and I just got this, and I know a few of you will probably see this and be like, you need to boost that bad boy. Which, yeah, to be fair, I do. I am going to get a cloud lifter to boost the signal so it's easier to record with at lower volumes, especially if I'm doing voiceovers, not just singing and using loud vocals going in. But at the same time, I shouldn't have to max my FOCUSRITE all the way, and then when I get barely any signal from the mic, but then loads of screeching and scratchiness in the background. So I had this problem a few times with my Kemper as well. So when I'm recording guitar, I'd have background noise constantly going on. So I thought that was fine because the majority of the time, like the high gain guitar would cover it up. A few times I had it on clean, which really bothered me, but because I haven't really been doing much clean stuff, when I have, it's been with an acoustic. I've been using a different mic. It wasn't a problem until recently, when even that mic was getting the kind of, not clipping, but the scratching sound, I'm going to call it. Scratching sound. So I got onto FOCUSRITE, went onto their website, really useful, and started speaking to their live care, because you go on YouTube and all these videos and there's just so much information for Windows, and I'm Mac, and there just doesn't seem to be much out there for Mac. So I kept going, found a few useful things that didn't work. So one of them was changing the hertz to 41,000 to 48,000. Mine just kept switching back to 41 straight away, and that's never been a problem before microphone for recording of stuff. So I don't think it's a new problem that's just sprung out, but it's something to look into. But the main problem I had was I couldn't find what my problem was. So I went onto their website, spoke to them. They were doing all these diagnostics, asking me to go do an extension report, all this stuff, crazy stuff I didn't even know I could do on my Mac. And then I just happened to be doing one of their tests, and I said, oh, my gain is constantly green for an output that's not even plugged in. Should it be doing that? And this is how I know the guy wasn't a bot. He went, oh yeah, that's busted. That was his straight reply. But really helpful. Looked for the warranty. Yeah, it was a first gen, which I didn't know if I had a second gen. So first gen, so we said it's out of warranty. Send it in here and we'll get the repairs done for you as soon as we can. Because of COVID, it's going to be a bit of a delay, but we'll tell you how much it's going to cost and repair it for you. So that seems cheaper for me than buying a new interface. New interface for a Scarlett 2i2 is about £120, £130, depending where you look around. If I can get repaired for like half the price, I've still saved myself buying a new interface. So we'll see how it goes. Quick note, I know a few of you are probably going to be thinking, well, you mentioned you've got a Kemper, you've got the Shure SM7B, you're going to buy a cloud lifter. Those are all worth more than the interface itself. Why don't you just buy a better interface? Which you could do, but to be honest, it's perfect, that little interface for what I do. It's perfect. I'm not recording loads of stuff like drums, and if I do, I have other interfaces available for me at work. But when I'm at home and I just want to record myself playing guitar, or myself doing audio, or my girlfriend when she does ASMR, it just makes sense to have such a small interface that works. And I know how to work the Scarlett 2i2. I've used it since I was at uni, so it's just like part of me now. So I don't want to leave it alone. I don't think I would buy another 2i2 right now, just because I think if I was forced to buy another interface, that would be the time for me to step up and buy something better, because obviously it doesn't make sense for me to be using all this expensive equipment, then go back to another entry level interface. It is a great interface, and if I can keep with it, I'm going to keep with it until I want to upgrade when I want to. If I'm forced to upgrade now early, I will, but the point is, until I think it's not doing what it can do, I will keep using that interface. like with anything, until I can no longer maintain what it needs to be done, I'll keep going with it. So I'm not ready to let go yet, but if they come back and they say it's going to cost us more to repair it, which I don't think they would, diagnose it and for some reason there's nothing wrong with it, and they say, yeah, it's fine, then I will look into buying a new interface, in which point I'll probably go universal audio, because I think that's the next stepping stone. But yeah, stay tuned. Seem to upgrade it a little bit. So as you can probably tell from that a little bit earlier, I ended up getting a new Scarlett 2i2 rather than getting my replacement one back, basically because it was too messed up. So FOCUSRITE were great. They sent me an email the next day saying they received the unit. It's going to take them about 10 days to get the assessment and the repair done. We'll keep you updated via email. Obviously we're going through a pandemic, so not everything's as quick as it used to be. They said from their initial assessment, they think it's going to be about £30 with repair costs. So I was like, great, go ahead. They'll invoice me afterwards. They did that, and then they sent me another email saying, unfortunately, we've done the repairs, but it's more damage than we thought. The inputs are really, like the input circuit's really messed up. It's going to cost more than the unit is worth to repair it. At which point I was like pretty gutted, but then they said, we can give you 50% discount on a new model, and on the 3rd generation one, the one I've got here, and we're not going to charge you for the repairs, which I thought was really nice. The fact they've given me such a huge discount and not charging me for anything. All I'd paid for was postage. So I bought that for $79.99, a great, I mean, a steal of a price. Let's face it, if you look on eBay, you're not going to find a second-hand version for that cheap. And yeah, really impressed with this little unit. I haven't got it plugged in at the moment, so you probably can tell that the microphone quality, or sorry, the audio quality is way better because I'm using my Shure SM7B. I'm using the Scarlett 18i8 for that, so I borrowed that from work, and I've been using that. Really love that interface. I know previously in the video I said I was going to go with Universal Audio, the Apollo, but no, I'm definitely sticking with FOCUSRITE, at least for the next couple of years. Like, I thought their communication, their customer service was so good. I mean, the fact that they gave me 50% discount on a brand new model after telling me, trying to repair my old one, I thought was great. I mean, for 80 quid, let's face it, you can't go wrong with one of these interfaces, especially with the new Air option, which is great for microphones. So yeah, really impressed with what they've done. Unfortunately, if you clicked on this video hoping for a fix on how to fix your interface, you weren't wanting to buy this model or buy a brand new one. Yeah, I think looking back on it, I should have guessed that my interface was starting to die and sent it in for repair earlier. I mean, I bought some brand new monitors and I heard a bit of crackling from them, and I questioned the brand new monitors rather than my interface that was 6 years old at the time. So looking back on it, there were signs that it was starting to deteriorate. I had plugged it in, heard it with my amp, but because I had such high gain, I was like, oh, it's fine. So be sensible. If you do hear a start of crackling, which is hopefully why you're here, contact FOCUSRITE. They'll do a report on it like they did with their online customer service, and then if they think it's damaged, they'll tell you to send it in for repair and they'll fix it for a cheap price. I mean, if it had been 30 quid, that would be great, but unfortunately it ended up being more. But I have got, again, a brand new 3rd generation interface, so I've jumped from 1st gen to 3rd gen. So yeah, if you are clicking on this video, just make sure you speak to FOCUSRITE. That's all I can say. I know there were a lot of videos for Windows on how to fix it, but if you're here for Mac or maybe even Windows, just speak to FOCUSRITE and they'll probably give you some suggestions. And for the price of £4 to send it in, it's nothing. Even, I mean, worst comes to worst, rather than having to buy, I mean, a brand new £160 interface or a brand new like £300 interface, I've ended up paying £80, which isn't that much money for a brand new one, which I'm super excited to use. So yeah, hopefully this video has been helpful in some way, even if it's helped you to know that you can go through FOCUSRITE to get some customer service and maybe even some discount. If you like this video, like, subscribe. I do more videos on audio and video. Yeah, if you've got any questions, comment below and I'll give you as much of my advice as I possibly can. Bye.